Hi Flosstube, it's Shelly KX Stitch on Instagram, and it's only stitching here on YouTube, and it is December 11th, I just looked, 11th, 2025, and I have stuff that's not Christmas. I'll show that first, and hope everyone's doing well. Tell me what you're stitching on, and let's go. This is on 14 count Feldspar by PTP. And I started and obsessively worked on Queen of Freedom. I bought this from Stephanie at Cross Stitch the Globe. And I am trying to get her finished so I can sell the pattern because my husband saw that charge go through. He's like, what? So yeah, she'll look better when her face is back stitched. But I think about, I don't know, see, her arm needs to be done. Most of it is done though through here, except for the arms. It's getting there. I just have a lot of red and blue. I've done most of the white. I think I have some more taupey color to do. Oh, it's so fun doing this. And I was, you know how they have, like, they fold out into this huge piece of, I finally, excuse me, I got a frog. Finally just started taking pictures of the section I was working on so I could blow it up and mark it off. And here comes Nixie. What do you think? You a good girl? Yeah. She's like, are you gonna open the door? Can I leave? You're stuck in here, kitty. So, very fun to work on. Oh my gosh, my white stitches are really awful. Let me see if you can see them. They have like a texture that they're not supposed to have. I finally got a little bit better of a method, but I just left the old ones in, and it doesn't look as bad on camera as it is in real life. But, you know, when she's on the wall, you won't notice. Okay, then I worked on this with my friend Erin. Hi, Erin. She's Fairy Tales and French Knots. Oh, she got shouted out by Pam and stuff. That was very exciting. Old Shaker Tune. Tis a Gift to Be Simple, and this is by Homespun Elegance, and I'm doing this one in memory of my friend Mike, who used to play this with all his bands, and this is on Ancient 16 count PTP, and I always think I have more done on this than I do, because I told Erin, oh yeah, I have both of the side things done. No, so I just filled in some more on this side, I think. And so that one should be done. She has, I think she has hers done in FFO, of course. Then I bought this when I was at the attic, the last time I went to the attic, for Mrs. Flossie's retreat. And it's Anne Wildman's work, 1839. This is was one of Jean Lee's samplers that she bought. And Amy charted it. And you had to buy it kitted, and it wasn't ready yet, so I just got this in the mail recently. And so I got it with a DMC, which is, for some reason, I was gonna add some more greens in, like these colors are not part of it. So I have some classic colorworks and some other colors in. I don't know what this color is, might be sand, 16 count by Picture This Plus. And I'm a sucker for this saying, be you to others kind and true as you'd have others be to you. And then there's more of it. And neither do nor say to men whate'er you would not take again. So that's gonna go in here too. So I've just started it, I cut it. I'm not putting on the border. I don't think I have enough room for the border, even if I wanted to put on the border, which I don't. Because this is my least favorite kind of border. I think it's called a strawberry border. So that is fun, and I'm excited I finally got it because it took months. Then this is another one I don't have the picture for, but you've probably seen it everywhere. I need to do the last few months. This is Teresa Kogut's hometown, and the last time I showed it to you, I had filled in the church, and I think this was partially done. And so I've done like all this bottom part. And I added a lot of pink. I added pink and gray, and I think I added some more blue also. And yeah. There's the bees, that's so cute. The little, this one says, this one's gonna say ice cream, I don't have it on there yet. So I do have a lot of backstitch to do. I forget what that one says. I haven't looked at this in a while. That one I did say, that says flags. Oh, Nexie's back. And so it says hometown on the bottom, but I'm not gonna put that on. And I think there's also a couple trees I'm not gonna put on. If I'm just gonna end it like kind of around here. There's also a road right here. I don't know if I'm gonna do the road. I don't like that road color, but maybe this has to attach to something, so. I think it's getting a road. Oh, I also hadn't done the chicken or the turkey up here, so that got done, and there's another one of those too. Just look at my arm. Are you gonna bite me? Can you give me a love nibble? And then I finally picked up this one and worked on it. I was trying to do some Whip Warriors. I just joined Whip Warriors, and then you can just fiddle around for the end of the year and just try, you know, and I kind of failed, but this is one of the ones I worked on. This is, I think it's Legacy. Let's see what it is. Ah, no, Vellum. Vellum by PTP. And it's very long. My gosh, I need to buy another like yard, I think, and do a skinny half yard. Is that what it took? I don't know what it took, but anyway, Beth Twist is gonna have another huge one out at market. I'm so excited. So I did most of these letters. I think I had a few done. So I was going backwards, so I was going back, so I didn't get to the A. But I think I had maybe like 3 of them done up here. So I did all these letters, and then I did some more of the line on the side. And I did the strawberry up here, this big strawberry. This one, I think I started 3 times because I kept trying to do it like, oh, I'll do it on an 18 count. And then I'm like, no, I hate doing it over 1. And then I did it on some other that was like crunchy and weird color. And I'm like, no. So then I just bought 16 count PTP, which is what I like, so it was fun. Here's the last thing that's not Christmas, and this is a plan. I'm gonna start this probably tomorrow for Sally's, Stitchy Sally's birthday. She's doing Jeanette Douglas. I think the hashtag is JDDHomeBirthdaySAL for Jeanette Douglas Designs. So she's doing something similar that's in parts, like this is a series of different things that have to do with stitching, like there's samplers, needle and thread, pins and needles, that kind of thing, scissors maybe. So I'm gonna do this one. And I kitted it up and changed some of the colors. Surprise, right? Okay, so that is it for non-Christmas. The cat is sitting on my FFOs. Because my FFOs are not FFOs, what am I saying? I wish, they're FOs. My cat is sitting on my finished objects. This is another thing I did for Whip Warriors. I was working on Bunny's Year from Cross Stitcher magazine. This came out in January of this year. And I'm working on this one. And I keep looking, and I look at this, I'm like, maybe I should just take a photo of that and stick it into the tin. Because I'm gonna give it to a grandson, so he's probably gonna ruin it. So this is what I did so far. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Look, part of his back stitching is in. Did I do his arm? Yeah. So this arm is done, and then whoop, and his collar. And he's holding a stocking. This is by Doreen Jones. Oh, I can show you a bigger picture of that one, I'm sure. Let's see. Oh, these are so cute. I did the garden, here we go. I did the gardener one. So, looks like a good shape for little kids to hold too. It's kind of like a rattle. You know how to make rattles that shape. So that needs to be done and finished for Christmas. There's so many things I need to finish. This I've been working on for years. This is Madame Chantilly Christmas stamps, and I've taken this on vacation multiple times, so it's pretty funny. And I took it on vacation again. I just went on vacation with my husband, my mom, and my aunt. You purring? She said, I was purring until you were holding me this way. You want to look at the Christmas? Yeah. She is purring. Yeah, you're a good girl. Yeah. You want to sit on my lap? Which I know she does. How about if I put a piece of paper on my lap? Sometimes she likes it if there's a piece of paper. Nope, she wants to be on the table. So this is on some Fiber on a Whim parchment that has a lot of green to it. And I was working down here, and I know I finished filling in him, so I still have to fill in that one. I did this one completely. I finished like with the tree trunk, and some of the numbers weren't put in either, so I put those in. And I filled in this cookie, and I almost completely did this bird. I think a tiny bit of him was started, like maybe the white. And then I did the rest of them. And what I still have left to do is, this is red cake, so I have to put that in. Finish, there's a lighter green diagonal that goes through this, and that's almost done. And yeah, I showed you and then there's a green down here that has to be done for this package. I think I also had the white on this done, the white on this one done. But I completely did the Santa. And I think I completely did this one too. But anyway, it's so cute with all little bakery items on the bottom. Look at Santa. I really like this one. I'm very tempted by the Crochet Go-Go one that's very similar to this, has 24 Carolyn Zixie stitches doing it. Oh, it's very cute. Somebody I met at the Jingle Ball for whip speed dating, she's doing it too. And then I don't have a good picture of this one. This is Stitching with the Housewives. He's making a list, because this is so messed up, because I picked this up and it was partially started, and it was a Santa, and I knew it was Stitching with the Housewives. I'm like, what Santa is it? Could not find what Santa it was. So I thought, well, he's making a list. So it was almost like the body of the Santa that I had started was almost like it. Because look, I'm putting this in the quilts I'm doing. And, ooh, it's so see-through. Here, make this. So I had these two done, and I thought I'll just do 4 roundabouts and cut this out and make it a quilt square. So I had to change the words to do this because he wasn't centered, and it's kind of a mess. But like the leg was right for the Santa, up to here was right, and then there was something weird up here that was not the same. So I'm pretty sure it was not this he's making a list, but I don't know what it was. So I'm just gonna move on with that one. And I think Santa's favorite is the other one I'm gonna do. And you see me just make a face. I'm not gonna do Santa's favorite anymore. My stepmom just lost her dog, and Santa's favorite has a dog on it. So I'm not doing that one. Oh, it's awful, sudden. And okay, so this is a SAL, and it's all out now. It's Luminous Fiber Arts. It was a 2-part SAL, and it's called Gathering holly, and it's very like her series of birds that are gathering things, like gathering berries is what it started with. So my friend Dawn Flosstube Dec Stitch and I are doing this as a SAL. And so if you haven't looked at it yet, then, you know, speed up. But this is what I have done so far. And I did not print out the picture for some reason. I don't know why. There's another bird, and there's an ornament too. This candle has a flame. And it's meant to be one color, and that's why the tail can go like this over the candle. The candle's gonna be filled in, except for there's one line around the tail that remains unstitched. And then it's holding like berries on these stems, and there's berries on these too, up here. So I just chose different colors, and that's been fun, but I'm nowhere close to caught up. I'm not even halfway done. I didn't do the first glue. The second glue came out and it was like everything, but then all the back stitching was highlighted, and I'm like, why'd you put the rest of the chart on when she put the back stitching as part 2? And Dawn's like, yeah, it's only a two-part SAL. I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe that's why. And then the other SAL that Dawn and I are working on is by Art Mishka. And so if you look up Art Mishka, you'll get to Anna Gotova, her Instagram. Look on Instagram. And she's putting out a portion every day. And all the old portions are also on each current day. So if you just find today, you'll find the whole thing that you've missed if you want to do this. And this one is also, people are doing as one color, but I decided to do many. And this is called Twisted Peppermint. And I got this as a scrap from Stitcher's Paradise in Las Vegas. And so I just chose the colors I liked, but you can't even tell, but this is Petite Treasure braid, and so is this. The purple and the gold are Petite Treasure braid, and then the dark blue for the snowflakes is a toile. So it is a little bit shiny. My toile is not that great, but the gold and the purple are treasure braid. So those are very shiny. And what else was I gonna say about this? I don't know what it's gonna be. There's gonna be something in the middle, I think. This wreath. I was trying to get some people on an Instagram group to do it, and they're just like, no, mysteries. I'm like, I think it's a wreath. First, I think it's a tree. Then I think it's a wreath. I do think it's a wreath. So, just chose a bunch of, the rest is DMC. Yep. Oh no, is this DMC? No, that is like ribbon red. Isn't that funny? Yeah, ribbon red. How orange it looks, because I think it takes away a lot of this color of fabric, pulls some of the red out of the floss. It looks oranger in person. Anyway, that was fun. That's still fun. Caught up finally. That was the thing that dropped last night. I think it's for today, is the top of this and that. And I hope this is a snowflake, because it kind of looks like it, so I started doing it snowflake color. We'll see. Okay, so then the cat is, I did FFO some things, and I gave them to my mom and my aunt. I made 2 of these and made them as a pillow, and I just did them on 14 count Aida. And did I have the right colors blue? No, so I had to choose a different color. And I made them exactly the same, except for I had 2 different skin colors because I lost the skin color I was using in the middle of it. Here's a couple of things I have to FFO. This is old and I have to FFO it. This is by Cottage Garden Samplings, and it's one of those ones that has a house and a word. And this is probably Mirage by P2P. And then this is a Blackbird from Peppermint and Holly, that book. And I changed the color of the vase because it was probably green, I think. So this is very brown. I don't know what color this is. I like it though. And then more recently, those I finished last year. And this one I finished more recently. And the last ones I did were on these 2 on this side. And these are from the Prairie Schooler Father Christmas. So these definitely need to get made into a stand-up pillow. They're gonna be a pillow. And This is, oops, sorry. This is the, I was trying to show you, this is the stuff, the new one. And I just use my original, so that's why it's bent like this, because I fold it and put it into my project bag. That's okay. And then I bought these, but they did not come in time to take on vacation. And this is wool applique, and you make these birds, and it's all through the night. And it was completely, like, this whole kit with the pattern was like, I don't know, $11 or $14 or something. It was very inexpensive, and they give you a free pattern to make that bird. So it's very nice. And it's not that it took a long time to come, it's that I ordered it very close to when I was leaving, so it did not have a chance of coming. And then I went a little bit to the Jingle Ball, but it was like the day we were coming home, and I was just exhausted and tired of talking, tired of listening. So if you joined up with me, I'm sorry, in the whip speed day. So I only bought a couple things because I really want to make these for my stepmom, because I made her the Halloween ones by Teresa Kogut. So these are Frosty Pals by Teresa Kogut. That was the cat kind of jumping, kind of sliding off my lap. And then I bought two by Jeanette Douglas. I bought Christmas pin pillows, and the I haven't looked on her website, but the color key is wrong on this. There's a couple symbols that are not on there and a couple symbols that are wrong for the color. But there's 6 tiny pillows. It's hard to tell how many there are by this picture because there's some are repeated. So I think these are the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a birdhouse. You can't see very well. A deer. This is some other kind of house. That's the same as this one. Flower pot, little house, and a bird. And they're very small. I think they're like 1.5 by 2 or something, or 2.5. And then I got Good Tidings. This isn't, I don't think, maybe this one was on sale. But I know for sure this is old. So, and I think that other one you might also be able to get too. Good Tidings. And I just like all the motifs on this and the color. So I think that's it. What am I gonna be doing? So I'm gonna be starting the thing for Stitchy Sally's birthday, and I'm going to work on the SALs with Dawn and try and keep up with them. I don't know, Misty's I've already, I'm already behind on, so I'm not sure I'm gonna get that one done. But the Art Mishka one I'm gonna get done. And it's so hard because I wanna work on Queen of Freedom so I could sell the chart, but it's Christmas, I gotta do Christmas stuff. I gotta FFO things. I have ornaments from last year I need to FFO. I did sew around some of them, and I just need to stuff them, so that's good. And some things I have are like paper or plastic, perforated plastic. Did you hear Mill Hill's gonna be on plastic? I think that's kind of a good idea for them to be more durable. And I really wish I had done ornaments for my grandkids with perforated paper, plastic instead of perforated paper. And let's see. To the life update part. If you don't want to go, bye. Merry Christmas. Tell me what you're stitching. We went to Hawaii. We went to Maui with my mom, who has dementia, so it's very mentally and emotionally trying and sad. And then we came home and we went to a farm with our grandkids. We went to a farm another day. We went to the zoo another day. So that's been fun. We went to Santa Barbara. That's where the zoo was a couple weeks ago. And so we went to Mendocino, which is a city right by there where Oprah lives, and I think Ellen DeGeneres lives. Very ritzy. And we were by Vaughn's, and we saw the guy who plays Marty Deeks on NCIS Los Angeles with his motorcycle outside of Vaughn's. And my son-in-law was talking to him like, oh, glad you wear a helmet. And my little grandson was all like enamored with the motorcycle. and his name is Eric, the actor's name, said, my skin is falling off, said, talked to my grandson, said, oh, I was your age when I got interested in motorcycles. And then I did like a double take completely. Everyone else in my family, no one watches that show. No one knew he was an actor. It was hilarious. So I'm walking away. I'm like, oh, yeah, that was an actor. So that was fun. They had a toy store, so we went there. That was fun. My older grandson's obsessed with Uno, so I had to buy him another Uno. We play all the Unos at once. We have like 6, I think, decks of it. And so we have to lay them all out. We all have a hand. The 2 of us have a hand from each deck, and then we play until we're at 0 on all the decks. And even if one person finishes the deck, like one person finishes the Mickey cards, no, the other person has to keep going. And he loves the rule where you have to make up your own. There's a wild card that says make it up. So he likes a complicated rule for that. And what else have we done? My youngest came home for a couple weeks. That was very fun. Like, you never think your grown children will be home very much. So that was wonderful. And then Thanksgiving, my youngest was sick. My oldest was going to her in-laws. She's the one with the kids. She was going to her in-laws. And so my middle one came with his wife, and just the 4 of us had tri-tip for Thanksgiving. And I think my husband says that like tri-tip is really more of a West Coast meat cut, and it's a cheap cut, but it's delicious. It's not super tender, but I really like it. And what else have we done? I think that's it. We're gonna go to something, oh my gosh, what are we going to? Something on ice. Like some cartoon character. Went to Sesame Street on Ice with my kids. This is something like that. So that's coming up. And, you know, I say, yeah, and then I'm like, oh my gosh. It's fun watching the kids' faces, but yeah, it's kind of long. And then we're celebrating Christmas that same day with my stepmom. So that's gonna be a busy day. So I hope all of you have a happy Hanukkah. I know Hanukkah's starting, I looked it up, 17th? Sorry, I don't know. Anyway, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and let me know what you're working on. Thanks for watching.